Alrighty guys, so welcome back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new video today. So today we are doing a mid-century modern home in Oasis Springs, but I realized that I said today 3 times in the first 10 seconds of this video, but you know what? I don't care, because that's my life and my voice, and what's yours? Not my voice. My voice is crazy. Anyway, I decided to go ahead and build this house for my Not So Berry Challenge Generation 2, but then I realized, you know what? I'm not even done with Generation 1, so I decided to, wait for a minute. And now I'm doing this house for my current household series that I'm going to be playing on Tumblr. And also, I posted a picture of their first introduction photo on Tumblr and Twitter. So if you want to check out that photo, link down below to my Twitter and Tumblr. Check it out. It's pretty cool. I know it's cool, it's free, it's lit, it's amazing, and you can join the Spring Squad on all my social media. You're like, hello, we lit, we cool. Anyway, so I want to say that I have a habit of talking really fast and talking really crazy, but I'm working on it. I'm working on my flaws, but I'm trying really hard to really talk very clearly, very fine, and just really cool. But nevertheless, I want to say happy birthday to my friend Kayla, a little Simsy. If you don't know who she is, she's pretty cool. She is amazing, a 14-year-old college student who's a little genius, who's going to be a college freshman, literally, just very, very soon on I think next week, I believe. So congrats to her. Happy birthday, Kayla. Happy 14/18th birthday. You are a wonderful little tiny genius. Bless you. Blessed. Anyway, I just want to say happy birthday. So go ahead and go to Kayla's Twitter and give her all the happy birthday love in the world, because she is very cool. Now I can breathe. So this house actually has about 2 bedrooms. Well, technically 1 bedroom. I left an empty room on the 2nd level just because for my current household, I want them to either have kids, or if they don't want to have kids, that's their decision. I was thinking of leaving that room empty for kids, art room, workout room, whatever room they wanted to have as that, just because, it's their life, not mine. I just want them to live their lives as they are, as real people, but they really aren't because they're Sims. So when I ever make Sims, I tend to have a storyline for them just because I feel like it's a little bit more personal and I can kind of interact with them, even though I can't really interact, and I can be more involved with their lives even though I'm not really there. But nevertheless, I like to make my storylines very, very real, and they sound very realistic, but they really aren't. And I don't know why I do that. I just have a habit of doing that. So, I am going to basically start doing a Tumblr series of Elaine's story that I started on Tumblr a couple days ago, and this current household story that I'll be working on as well. So I have 2 stories going on Tumblr, and a couple series coming very soon to the channel. Very soon I'm going to be bringing back, and maybe a new LP, so be on the lookout for that. But nevertheless, it's going to be good. Very, very good. But I want to say that this is going to be so much fun to do because I really, really love making stories, and I love telling stories, and one day I want to become an author and write a book, which I'm going to be very soon, because I am writing a book. Okay, I'm writing a book, and it's gonna be very cool, and hopefully you guys will read it, and you'll read it and tell your friends and buy my merch and just tell your friends about me, because I'm just cool. Okay, I'm very cool. I want to be part of the cool crew. I'm trying here. I'm really trying. Anyway. I need to stop being desperate. Anyway, I need to stop. Okay, calm down, everything's fine, everything is fine, I'm fine. Okay, so this house, it wasn't gonna be very furnished, like not fully furnished, just because my house that I'm playing with, they don't have a lot of money, so I wanted to keep this house not a lot furnished, because I want them to move in their own furniture, and because no person in their right mind in the real world will have, buy a fully furnished home with everything in it. But sometimes in real life houses, there are houses that allow people to have fully furnished homes, but that doesn't happen often. So I thought, what, let's be realistic here, like it's like a real life house that's being sold on the market, where it's not fully furnished, but it's furnished enough for your Sims to like move in and put their own furniture in than they had before in their old house. So I thought, that's kind of a good idea to have, and I like it, and it's gonna be a real thing, and it's gonna be cool. So I want to tell you about their family tree when I get it finished, but what I'm thinking right now for the family tree, because I only have like 2 of their Sims. Like, I only have 2 Sims already. Like the boy Elaine. Oh no, the 2 Sims that I'm going to be introducing very soon is Ivan and Gracie, who are boyfriend and girlfriend at the time, and they just are about to graduate. Well, no, they already graduated high school, so they're kind of in that transition of going to college or not going to college, or just kind of figure out what they want to do with their lives as of right now, being, you know, 18 years old, trying to live on their own, trying to live together, but they're just trying to figure stuff out, and I'm trying to help them as much as I can. I've told them before that it's okay if you don't go to college. It's your decision. It's fine. It's okay. Don't stress about it. But so what I want to do is I want to put in their families, like their actual families, like their mother, their father, and their grandparents, and then their great-grandparents. I'm going to have like at least 3 generations of their family in that save file that I'm going to be playing with, just because I want them to be involved with their lives, and I want you guys to see them as much as I can. And, you know, it's going to be a cool thing. But I have a household in my secret project I'm doing right now, where I'm renovating all the lots in The Sims 4 and replacing old townies with new townies and with new storylines and everything. But there's one particularly family in that one save file that I have, well, in the save file project that I'm working on, one family that has 7 freaking generations, because I don't know why I did it, but I had intentions of making only 5 generations, because, you know, 5 generations sounds pretty cool. But no. Steven didn't stop there at 5. I went ahead and go to 6. Well, no, 7. Why? I don't know why I did it, but see, I only made them just to kill them, because I didn't want them in the household, because I didn't want them in the family as an active family member roaming around the town. It didn't make any sense, because, you know, they're old. They don't live until, like, you know, they're 500 or whatever. So in that save file project, I'm building, currently building, in the process of building a cemetery / church / graveyard area. I'm trying to fix that up and everything like that. So I'm working on it right now, and I'm going to be posting that speed build very soon, hopefully very soon, because I'm working really hard on that and trying to get it done very soon, so you guys can download it and have fun with it with all the families. And it's actually a really good project, actually, because it allows me to make my own Sims with their own storyline and their own skills and their whims and their jobs and whatever progress and everything like that. And it helps so much with story progression and lifestyle and just everything in general. I just love telling stories, and with this project that I'm doing, it's so much fun. It's very therapeutic, and I love it. So I got inspired from my friend Kayla, and she did one of her own called the Simsy Save, and that was pretty cool, and I loved it, and I have it in my game already, and it's a lot of fun. And I thought, why not do one of my own and see what you guys think about it. And so I'm doing it today, and it's like about roughly 50% done, like halfway done. So I'm almost done with it. I have to renovate a few more lots, and I'm getting close to it. And this lot particularly is actually in my save file that I'm working on, so you'll be seeing this house along with my other houses as well in that project area. So I want to tell you about the storyline about this about Elaine, well, not Elaine, Ivan and Gracie, because I have some stories to tell about their past that might be very interesting, and it might get real very soon. But I don't want to spoil too much, because I'll be explaining a little bit more on Tumblr about it, just because it's a little bit easier to tell a story rather than talking in a video where, you know, I talk really fast and hardly people can understand me. But, you know, I'm trying here, But yeah, link down below, SpringSims1.tumblr.com. But no, I just want to say that Ivan and Gracie are a very cool couple, and I really adore them a lot, because they're kind of a couple that's very different from, you know, your typical high school sweethearts, friends when they were in diapers type of relationship thing, where they start dating when they're, you know, older or whatever. But no, their story is a little bit different than others, because I feel like that with their past, that they weren't, you know, always the happy joy, I'm so happy I'm a gummy bear happy lifestyle type of life. And they grew up in a small, not well functional neighborhood where they just didn't have a lot. They didn't have a potential. Technically their family didn't really see that they had potential of moving out of this rink-a-dink town, living and trying to succeed in life. They just never really believed in them, which is absolutely absurdly crazy. And like, hello, you gave birth to these kids, you should believe in them. They are trying their best to be, you know, well enough kids and having straight A's all this time and being on the dean's list and see, this is what happens whenever I make storylines so real. I tend to get a little bit angry and anxious and upset because it just makes me so angry because they're not real, but I make them real and I'm upset. I'm stressed. Anyway, nevertheless, their family just does not really care about them, and it just upsets me that I tried to help them as much as I possibly could in their lives when they were kids. Like whenever their parents had them, like whenever Ivan, well, technically Ivan didn't grow up in a well-structured neighborhood, but Gracie, she kind of was more of a, I would say, middle class, low class. I don't know really what the class was for them. They were like in between of middle class and low class, low income. Not best neighborhood, not well structured. It was a weird neighborhood that they lived in, but like I said, they just weren't in that type of state of mind where they were really had the encouragement from their family members who encourage them to, you know, persevere, succeed in life, and have succeed their dreams, follow their dreams, whatever what it is. And so whenever that happened for pretty much Ivan, because Ivan wanted to be, you know, a professional athlete one day, but his parents said, you know, that's not a realistic dream. That's not going to bring in the income. That's going to be blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know what? GTFO, get out of my life. I don't know who you are because you're literally destroying his life for no reason. Who? Because I told his father that it's like, okay, yo, bro. Well, actually his mother and his father are like, yo, people. Ivan's trying his best. He goes, I listed every single freaking fact about Ivan. Who? Because I said, oh, yeah, you know what? You don't know your son at all because literally, you have literally spent his entire life judging him, tormenting him, not telling him he's not good enough in his life. You're telling him that he's not going to ever succeed in life. He's never going to have any kids. He's going to be forever long. He's going to grow up on the streets. I'm like, seriously, bro, yo, mamacita, what's wrong with you? So I told them that he got straight A's in school for literally all his life. He's been on the dean's list twice, okay. And he's on the captain of the football team. He's on the track team. He's been so successful in life that his parents never really saw life in him. And they never really paid attention to him when he was a kid. Mostly they stopped caring when he became around, I think it started around when he became in middle school, about like around 6th grade time, when they stopped caring about him, his life, his social life, what he's doing in day-to-day life, really just not really caring. And so I took upon to myself to find him a new friend. So I made Gracie, and Gracie became to be, well, technically Gracie moved to the town where Ivan lives. They became best friends when they were in middle school, and so on and so forth. Their relationship grew more and more and more. And technically, I would say that Ivan was mostly kind of a family member to Gracie, because it wasn't really technically brother and sister type of relationship. It was kind of more of like, you know, you're my friend and I really care about you and I want to be there for you. You can come and stay at my house no matter what, whenever you need to. If you need a shoulder to cry on, I am here for you. And so it was that important time when Ivan knew, like, she's the one. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. And so basically it's around when they got to junior high when they started dating, and that was kind of an awkward time, you know, puberty, hormones, period. I'm like, no thank you, I don't need that in my life. Hello, no thank you. So that was the time when they were like, okay, what am I gonna do with my life? I'm in like 7th grade right now. They started dating when they were like midway 7th grade. It was kind of, okay, funny story. Here's a secret, juicy gossip about Ivan and Gracie. Story time. So basically, Gracie and Ivan started dating in 7th grade. It was around, funny story, it was during PE, because they were in PE one time, and it was kind of funny because Coach, I think Coach, what was his name? He's a track coach, I believe. Yeah, track coach. Coach, Batson. What's his name? Yeah, Coach Batson, Mr. Batson, whatever. He was basically the football coach of the 7th grade junior varsity team, and they were actually the Cougars, and it was pretty cool. And so it was kind of funny because they were at the field, gym time, running the mile, trying to get that exercise in, and you know, one thing led to another. It was like she tripped, he helped her up, and then they had that dreamy moment in her eyes, like, oh my gosh, Prince Charming, oh my gosh, wow. And so that happened. Gracie was more of a, you know, a fanboy, well, fangirl, where she was like, oh, it was that time of, you know, it was during that time of the, you know, boy band era, craziness, screaming girls, screaming fans, blah, Justin Bieber time, huh, gross. But yeah, like I said, it was during that era, and she was kind of goo goo gaga, blah blah blah. And so, I guess they went on their first date after like a couple months of seeing each other. Well, not a couple months, actually, no, a year later, when they were about a year later, they started dating. Well, actually, no, a year later, they went on a couple more dates, started dating, just seeing what they were thinking, boyfriend and girlfriend material. They really didn't know, so they said, okay, you know what, we're gonna step forward in life and actually start dating, and that's what they did. So moving track forward to, you know, to their senior year, and so they said, let's go ahead and actually blow this popsicle stand and get the GTFO out of the stinking rotten town, because no one really cares about us, because, well, mostly Ivan, because no one really cared about him at all, besides, you know, Gracie and Gracie's mother and father. They were more like, Ivan was looking to Gracie's parents as, you know, his mom and dad, because they were always there, always cared about him, basically stayed at their house 24/7. And so it was kind of in that point in time where, you know, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. You care about me, I care about you. I think you will be a great girlfriend one day. And so that's what they happen. And that's what the story is. But the story has gone over multiple times in the past years. So what they're doing right now is trying to move out of their stinking apartment in San Myshuno to this house. They have a couple of money saved into their bank account, trying to get their rent situated and everything like that. So this is going to be their first exact official house that they want to move into while still going to college, and or trying to figure out if they want to go to college or not. But Gracie wants to go to college, so she's going to go to college, live in this house. But nevertheless, that's the story. I'm going to talk about more on Tumblr, so check out my Tumblr link down below, and it's my Twitter for more pictures that I'll be sharing very soon. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!